Hello friend, welcome to part 2 of our series on the 3 ways to wholesale cheap real estate. On this video, we're going to be talking about method 2 to wholesale contracts, which is the assignment. Now, the assignment is really cool because it is a single closing. We're going to talk all about how to do that. I'm going to discuss it right now on this video. Hello, Jerry Norton here. Welcome to Real Estate Freedom TV. Everything we do is to help you make more money so that you can live your dream life through the power of real estate. And we are on method 2 in our series here for how to wholesale cheap real estate. And method 2 is the assignment, which is a single closing. I'm going to explain what that means right now. But this is part 2 of our 3-part series on wholesaling cheap real estate. So if you missed part 1 on the double closing, be sure to go back and watch that video. And so let's dive in here now to method number 2, the assignment. Now, this is perhaps the best method for wholesaling real estate because it's a single closing. Now, what does that mean, single closing? It means that you're gonna go to one closing, you're gonna get a check for your wholesale fee, and you're not gonna pay any fees, and you're not gonna bring any money to the table, which is why it's the best method. So let's walk through the 4 steps here. Step number 1, the very first thing you're gonna need to do, just like with any transaction, is get an executed contract. What that means is when you find a motivated seller and you find a good deal, you need to sign a purchase and sale contract as if you're the buyer. Now, once you have that contract for a good deal, the next thing you're gonna need to do is find a cash buyer. Now, on this channel, we talk all about methods for finding cash buyers, so be sure to learn those. Subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when videos come out. So you find that cash buyer, then you're going to do what's called an assignment, which really what you're doing is you're flipping your contract to that cash buyer. So they, in essence, are going to step into your shoes because you're on the contract right now. They're gonna take over the contract for you and become the new cash buyer, and they're gonna pay you a fee to do it. They're gonna pay you a assignment fee or a wholesale fee. Now, why would they do that? Because cash buyers are looking for deals. If you actually have a good deal that meets their criteria, they'll pay you for it. Isn't that awesome? That's what I love about wholesaling. If you use my assignment contract, it's 1 page, it's really simple, it's really awesome, and it works like magic. In fact, I give it to you. Right here, got my wholesaler contract pack. It's a resource guide. It's got my contracts. It's got my step-by-step instructions. It's a great resource. You can just flip through this and have it all right there ready to go. And I'll give you this for free. Just click the link in the description and you can download this right now. Once you've done your assignment, you sign it and your cash buyer signs it. When the closing comes, let's say the closing's a few days later or 2 weeks later, then that cash buyer, they come to the closing because they're the new buyer now. They come with the original contract amount and they bring a check for you for your wholesale fee. And you walk out of there with a check for your wholesale fee. You didn't come to the closing with any money, you didn't pay closing fees, you didn't do any of that. So let's put some numbers to this to illustrate this. Let's say that you get an executed contract for $50,000. Then you find a cash buyer who's willing to pay $60,000. So they're willing to pay you $10,000 for that contract that you have. Isn't that awesome? Closing comes, and this new cash buyer, they come with 2 checks, right? They come with $50,000 to pay the seller, because that's the original contract amount, and they come with another $10,000 to pay you your wholesale fee, your assignment. So they come with $60,000 total, 10 to the seller, 10 to you. They're happy because they're paying $60,000 for a great deal. You left a deal with enough meat on the bone for them to buy it. They're all in for $60,000. They're gonna fix it up and rent it or fix it up and flip it, whatever. And you just made $10,000 and you're done. You're out. Go do another deal. The beauty of the assignment contract is that single closing because it means you don't have to come to the closing with money as the buyer. That's what I love about the assignment and the single closing. Now, there is one downside to doing an assignment. Your cash buyer knows exactly what your wholesale fee is because they have to bring a check for your wholesale amount. Sometimes if your wholesale fee is really big, then you may not want to disclose and you may want to do a double closing, which would hide your wholesale fee. Like I explained in the previous video, if you haven't seen that, watch it on the double closing. Let's say that your assignment was $80,000. So you got it for $50,000, you got a cash buyer for $80,000, Now you're gonna make $30,000. So in this case, they would have to come to closing like this. They'd have to come with 50 for the seller and 30 for you. Now they may, when they see that you're making $30,000, they may not like that. They may think you're making too much money, or they may have some lack of confidence in what they're paying or whatever. Even though 80 is a good deal for them, they may not like that you're getting 30,000. So sometimes I worry about that. Sometimes what I do is I'll do a double closing because I don't want them to see that I'm making $30,000. That's kind of the one downside to doing an assignment contract. But typically if you're around $5,000, $10,000, even $15,000 on your wholesale fee, don't worry about it, do the assignment. It's a much better way to go. You can get those resources here in the Wholesaler Contract Pack. You can download this for free. Click the link in the description. And this was part 2 of our 3-part series, so be sure to watch the next video we're gonna do, which is the 3rd method for wholesaling cheap real estate. We're gonna put these together in a playlist so that you can watch them all. Hope to see you on that next video. Jerry Norton, I'll see you next time.